Hello and welcome. In this video, we are diving deep into a critical security concept within Google BigQuery, that is authorized views. In any modern data environment, we have two primary user groups: the application owners who manage the data pipeline and the business stakeholders like data analysts and scientists who consume the data. Your application team needs broader permissions to extract, transform, and load our ETL. But the business users should only ever see the data they need to perform their role. Granting full table access to everyone is a major security risk. The solution lies in providing the least privilege access. We need a robust mechanism to restrict data visibility without complex IAM permission. That mechanism is the BigQuery authorized view. Let's quickly define the underlying object, a view. A standard BigQuery view is simply a saved SQL query. It's a virtual table that queries one or more source tables based on filters or business logic without storing any of the physical data itself. Now, an authorized view is a specific type of view that has been granted permission to query tables in a different dataset. A source dataset without giving the user who runs the view and direct permission to the underlying source tables. This is the key benefit. The user queries the view accesses the data on their behalf. User only sees the limited result set the view defined. To implement this, there are three strict prerequisites we must follow. Prerequisite 1. Dataset separation. The view must reside in a separate dedicated destination dataset, not the same dataset that holds the source tables. Prerequisite 2. User permissions. The consuming user must have the maximum necessary roles, that is, BigQuery user at the project level and the BigQuery data viewer role on the destination dataset where the view lives. Prerequisite 3. View authorization. The view itself must be explicitly authorized by the source dataset where the underlying tables resides. I have logged into my owner account in the GCP console. In this project, I have my source dataset which contains sensitive table. Here we have a table which consists of customer basic information including some personal info as well. Our goal is to create a restrictive view for our analysis. First, we create our destination dataset. I will name it as a restricted analysis. This satisfies our prerequisite 1, that is separation. Next, we create our view inside this new destination dataset. Our source table has many columns, but we will create a view that only selects 2 or 3 non-sensitive columns. This defines the data restriction. Here we have only selected non-PII columns, ignored email and date of joining. Now create this view in our restricted analysis dataset. Now we switch our focus to the consuming user. Let's imagine this is that user. We need to grant them 2 permissions. First, we go to our new restricted analysis dataset and grant the user the BigQuery data viewer permission or role. Second, we go to IAM and grant them the BigQuery job user role to execute queries at the project level. If our analyst tries to run the view now, they will get an access denied error because the view itself, the virtual table, doesn't have permission to read the source data yet. To fix this, we return to the source dataset that holds our original tables. We open the sharing settings and instead of granting access to the user, we grant access to the view itself. We chose the option authorized view and select the view we just created. We have effectively created a secure channel. The source dataset authorizes the view and the view is only object allowed to pass the restricted data back to the analyst. Let's switch back to the analyst user and rerun the query and the view. Success. The analyst can now query the view and can see required restricted columns. The authorized view is your perfect security gatekeeper. It allows you to enforce least privilege. Users only access the data subset defined by the view. Decouple permissions. You manage user access on the destination dataset and the data access on the source dataset. Maintain integrity. The view never compromises the security of your underlying source tables. By implementing this three-part authorization mechanism, you can confidently share restricted, clean data with your business users while keeping your central data warehouse secure.